My God, the entire grassland is trembling. New South Wales, the southeastern land of Australia, once known for its peaceful beauty, its shining Sydney, and its fertile farms. But now, behind that beauty, an ecological disaster is erupting. Wild boar invasion. They breed like a storm, ravaging crops, tearing up the land, and spreading disease. 3 million of them are turning the countryside into a real battlefield. Will mankind be strong enough to stand against this enemy? You're watching Wild Hunters, where the truth about Australia's most ferocious invasive species is revealed. Wild boars. They're no longer just wild animals. They've become a nightmare, tearing through crops, spreading disease, and threatening the very life of the farms. If we don't stop them, how long can this land survive? Fences, traps, poison bait, all just temporary patches. Yet the boars keep coming, like a relentless flood. Is there any force strong enough to stop this invasion? And then, again, the professionals arrive. Williams and Jacob, the final line of defense. Armed with ATVs, thermal cameras, night vision scopes, hunting rifles, and trained dogs. This is no longer a random hunt. It's an organized campaign, powered by technology, tactics, and the strength of a united community. At first light, as the morning sun filtered through the canopy, the hunting team stepped into the forest, a landscape they knew intimately, every tree and every branch familiar. From their elevated vantage, Williams and Jacob scanned the woods below, noting every movement, no matter how subtle. Suddenly, shadows stirred through the silent forest, signaling the presence of familiar wildlife. The rhythm of their actions became perfectly synchronized, a testament to years of experience together. Every decision measured, every movement deliberate. From that moment, the team sensed the day ahead would be one of precision and efficiency, where strategy, skill, and focus converged seamlessly. One after another, movements stirred through the forest shadows, keeping the hunting team on high alert. Every decision was executed with absolute focus, each action deliberate and precise. The surrounding space fell into an almost surreal silence, leaving only the whisper of wind through the leaves and the subtle motions within the woods. Heartbeats synchronized with every tense moment, each success sparking a quiet exhilaration. The fruits of their effort began to emerge, a tangible measure of the operation's effectiveness, fueling their drive to push deeper into a territory familiar, yet fraught with challenges. By afternoon, a new figure stepped into the team. William, a young marksman, already celebrated across Australia as a master shooter. Unlike the others, his presence brought an entirely different energy. Every gesture, every glance, every breath carried an almost palpable focus, freezing the surrounding atmosphere. William was not just another team member. He set the benchmark for the entire operation. His rule was simple yet exacting. Take down each wild boar with no more than 3 rounds, showcasing precision, efficiency, and top-tier skill. Every movement was calculated, every decision deliberate, and his coordination with the team flowed like a perfectly orchestrated symphony. Watching William in action reveals that his success relied not merely on sharp reflexes or technical skill, but on his uncanny ability to read the terrain, control space, and sustain relentless pressure, all combining to create the image of a truly elite marksman, commanding awe from anyone who witnessed it. Next, We follow William and his team on the mountain hunting expedition that afternoon. From a distance, it might seem calm, the wind whispering through the trees, sunlight gently touching the canopy. But beneath it all, every movement and every breath is scrutinized. For seasoned hunters like William, every moment matters. You might be amazed to realize that sometimes, before the human eye can even register the presence of a wild boar, it has already been controlled with unmatched precision and reflex. And here's the astonishing part. The shots ringing out are not just noise. They form a rhythm, a signal guiding every perfectly timed action. The surrounding forest falls into a silence so deep you can almost hear the rustle of leaves in the forest's own breathing. Amidst these sounds, William and his team move with seamless coordination, as if performing a dance only they can see. Now imagine this. With rapid sequences of movement and the echoing rhythm of the forest, can you spot the actual target? We bet most of you will miss it entirely. If you do, leave a comment. Let us know just how sharp your eyes and instincts are. Every moment in this hunt tests patience, awareness, and skill. And here on the slopes of New South Wales, it all unfolds faster and more dramatically than you could ever imagine. Every step through the forest was more than just a hunt. It was a direct confrontation with a genuine threat. Wild boars, with their terrifying strength and speed, didn't merely destroy crops, overturn soil, and turn orchards and fields into battle zones. They carried hidden diseases, posing risks to both humans and livestock. Their presence transformed what was once a peaceful mountain area, filled with bird songs and the whisper of the wind, into a constant alert zone where every tiny movement could decide the outcome. William and his team moved like shadows among dense foliage, eyes scanning every minute detail, a rustling branch, an unfamiliar footprint, or a distant grunt. Their coordination was seamless. Each man knew precisely where the others were. Every step and subtle signal communicated intent without words, ensuring every situation was met with immediate precision. Their skills and experience turned seemingly simple moments, spotting, aiming, and waiting, into intricate maneuvers where a single hesitation could unleash widespread havoc. The forest itself seemed to hold its breath. The rustle of leaves, the whispering wind, and occasionally the distant roar of a boar, all were accounted for and immediately acted upon. William, with his piercing gaze and rare calm, became the orchestrator. Every decision he made, moving, observing, had a direct impact on the team's success. Each tense moment was etched into memory, hearts racing, adrenaline surging, turning the hunt into a survival battle where skill, experience, and flawless coordination were paramount. The wild boars, with their primal instincts and formidable power, were unpredictable adversaries. They moved like the wind, vanishing and reappearing, disrupting strategies and forcing every decision by the hunters to be executed with pinpoint accuracy. Thanks to their keen observation, meticulous preparation, and lightning reflexes, William and his team managed to dictate the rhythm of the hunt in ways their formidable opponents could not counter. Every moment, every movement, meticulously calculated, made it feel like witnessing an unrelenting struggle between humans and the untamed wilderness, tension mounting in every detail. Stepping away from the relentless tension and rapid-fire action of William and his team's hunts, let's turn our focus to another unique Australian tradition, the Wild Boar Hunting Festival. This is not merely a deadly race, but a sophisticated test of strategy and teamwork. Each wild boar is released individually, running across a long, prepared course, while hunters position themselves along the sides, patiently observing every step, every shift in movement, waiting for the precise moment to act. Victory goes to the hunter who succeeds first, and it is a triumph not only of skill, but of reading animal behavior and reacting with razor-sharp reflexes against the cunning of the wild. It may sound cruel at first, but viewed in its full context, the festival carries a deeply humanitarian purpose. Wild boars, with their raw power and survival instincts, have historically devastated millions of hectares of land, destroyed crops, and left countless families facing total loss. They erode soil, ruin farms, and undo the labor of generations of farmers. Therefore, the festival is not just a game or a tradition. It is a practical and responsible way for communities to control invasive species, protect land, crops, and livelihoods. It demonstrates how humans can intelligently confront the world, blending discipline, strategy, skill, and respect for nature. Furthermore, the festival fosters a sense of community and healthy competition. Hunters display not just personal skill, but the ability to coordinate, observe, and anticipate the movements of their quarry, a form of hunting artistry refined over generations. Spectators witness this fluidity and precision, making the event both thrilling and educational, a vivid reminder of the intricate relationship between humans and the wild world around them. The echoes of local voices and hunters resonated throughout the forests and hills, sending lone wild boars into a state of sheer panic, moving relentlessly and seeking every possible escape route. The hunting dogs performed with remarkable efficiency, tracking and guiding the targets so hunters could observe and assess without having to approach directly. According to the latest statistics, the total wild boar population across Australia has now reached 300,000, a staggering number that illustrates the unprecedented scale of this invasive threat. A single litter can produce 10 to 12 piglets, and with 2 breeding cycles per year, their population growth far outpaces conventional control measures, posing severe threats to crops, farmland, and the economic stability of farmers. Millions of hectares of agricultural land have been eroded, harvests destroyed, and countless families left devastated. Since the beginning of 2025, there have been hundreds of incidents of wild boars invading residential areas, thousands of cases of road and infrastructure damage, and tens of thousands of hectares of farmland affected. Numbers that clearly reflect the enormous ecological threat posed by this species. The overwhelming presence of wild boars is not just an agricultural issue. It disrupts entire ecosystems, displaces native species, and spreads disease. Each day without timely intervention compounds the direct consequences for communities and the environment. This reality underscores why professional hunting operations like those led by William and his team are not merely tasks, but critical campaigns to protect ecological security, natural resources, and human livelihoods. The sheer scale and impact of the wild boar population only highlight the precision, skill, and strategic expertise required by the hunting team as they confront a vast, and agile, and unpredictable adversary. Night falls and darkness blankets the open fields. Under the faint glow of the moon, the wild boars emerge to feed. From a distance, Williams watches closely, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Gunfire erupts, echoing through the still night. Each shot is precise, deliberate, sending the herd into chaos.
We're too far left.
In the darkness, humanity still holds control of the hunt.
Hey, easy, don't shoot this way anymore.
As the night fades, the gunfire falls silent.
Big.
Across the fells, the headlights sweep through the soil, tracing the marks of a long day's battle. The wild boars, the most dangerous invaders of this land, have been pushed back for now. But the war is far from over. Tomorrow they will return. And the hunters, with their experience,
Oh my God, I don't have a spare
technology,
mag.
and unshakable resolve,
What the hell was I
will
thinking?
rise again to protect the crops, the land,
Matt,
and the
you
community.
have a spare mag?
You're watching Wild Hunters, where the fight for nature's balance never ends. Like, comment, and subscribe to stand with us in the next missions ahead.